And then on February 11th, 2001, at the Snowbird Lodge in the Wasatch Mountains in Utah, 17 software anarchists who were fed up with the waterfall way of building software came together to discuss the problem. And while they didn't agree on everything, they did agree on one thing: that companies were entirely too focused on excessively planning and documenting software development cycles that they had lost sight of what really mattered: pleasing the customer. And many of the Snowbird 17 had a pretty good idea of what needed to be done, and the trip to the mountains was a chance to hash things out. And what came out of that 2-day meeting was a short, inspiring document of just 68 words that went on to change software development forever. Now, this document is called the Agile Manifesto, and it essentially contains 4 key values and 12 guiding principles. And over the course of the last 20 years, countless individuals and companies have tried to embrace the essence of these 68 words as they try to build software products. So what is the Agile Manifesto? Well, let's go check it out, because it is still published in its original form on the website agilemanifesto.org. So let's go take a look. Okay, so I am now on the agilemanifesto.org webpage, and this is it, the Manifesto for Agile Software Development. And these are the 68 words that I mentioned that have revolutionized software development. And let's read it. So what it says is, we are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. Through this work, we have come to value individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. That is, while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. So these are the 4 values of Agile. And we'll have a look at them in more detail later. Let's just have a look at the rest of the site. So as I scroll down, you can see the 17 people who came together and created this document. And there is the date, 2001, when they met. And then we have also 12 principles of Agile that we'll look at in a moment. And over the years, this document has been translated into many, many languages and signed by various leaders of industry. So let's go back and let's take a look at the 12 principles of Agile. So here they are as they were originally published. And all Agile-based methodologies have to build upon these 4 values and 12 principles. Now, this page is a little bit difficult to read and dry, so why don't we look at this in a more interesting format? So here's the Agile Manifesto visualized, and because this is the foundation upon which all Agile methodologies are based, it's quite important to understand it. So let's start with the 4 values. The first one says, individuals and interaction are more important than processes and tools. So what is this saying? Well, it's describing how people in the team need to work together. And tools and processes can be used, but only if it supports the interactions between the people and doesn't hinder it. And this also explains the logic of having teams sit together in an open plan office. Now, the second value is working software over comprehensive documentation. Now, if you're documenting everything in detail in an uncertain environment, then you'll have to constantly update the documentation, which is not a good use of time. A team that collaborates closely can simply update each other and stick with lightweight documentation, focusing instead on delivering working product. And the third is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And this is saying how you should work with customers and partners. So don't focus on formalizing the relationship with lengthy contract negotiation. Instead, focus on collaborating closely early, and this will build the relationship and get a better outcome. And the final value is responding to change instead of following a plan. And that's the mantra of an adaptive process, which says that you should acknowledge upfront that your plan might need to change mid-flight and be alert and ready to adapt to the changes. So those are the 4 values. Let's now take a quick look at the 12 principles. which are really a logical extension of these values. Number 1, try to satisfy the customer early through continuous and early delivery of valuable software. Number 2, pay close attention to technical excellence and good design. Number 3, the most effective way of conveying information within a development team and to the team is through face-to-face conversation. Number 4, welcome changing requirements, even late in development. In fact, use it as an opportunity to gain a competitive advantage for your customer. Number 5, deliver working software frequently, anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months. Number 6, focus on simplicity, that is the art of maximizing the amount of work that does not need to be done. Number 7, don't forget the end goal, which is to deliver working software, and that is the primary measure of progress. And number 8, in regular intervals, reflect on how to become more effective, then fine-tune and adjust things accordingly. Number 9, build your projects around motivated individuals, give them the environment and the trust they need, and support them so that they can get the job done. Number 10, try to maintain a pace that can be sustained indefinitely. And this is important not to burn out any members in the team. And number 11, the best architectures, requirements, and designs often emerge from self-organizing teams. And then finally, number 12, business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. And that is a big departure from the waterfall way of building product. Okay, so that's the Agile Manifesto. And now that we've covered the backstory, in our next tutorial, we can focus on the Scrum framework. But before you go, check this out. 2 of the 17 founders of the Agile Manifesto happen to be Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland, who also are the founders of Scrum. Okay, we're done for now. I will see you in the next tutorial.